begin things off. Currently 1-1 in total and 1-0 this season. Let's see who he's played against. He has played against Bravo and defeating him in his one match.
Yeah, and he looked good doing so if I remember correctly. Bravo was showing some really nice TVT as well against Byung. He actually took a really nice game against Byung. Byung also known for his TVT, so Sorry being one of these guys who looks good so far in the TVT matchup, but this time it's a totally different matchup against this monster of a StarCraft player.
That is right. This guy is an absolute beast, though he is only 3-3 this season, Valdez. He has not had a very good time this season, but still he has beaten Curious Flash and Yoda, and he's lost to Rogue, Yonghwa, and Deer. So a couple of missteps there, but he has beaten all the Terran he's run into. And yeah, in recent times, he did lose to Maru 3-1 in the round of 8 of IEM Taipei. So that's the most recent, and that is very recent. That's a crushing kind of defeat, recent. But they were very exciting games, very close games.
They were close, and I mean, Maru made it to the finals and nearly beat Life. So, like, to lose to a guy like Maru in the round of 8 is it's not that bad of a thing at all, you know what I mean?
No, it's not a horrible thing whatsoever.
Well, let's jump into game number 2 here. It's going to be Sorry versus CJ herO. Up here in the top right, in the red, the Terran player, it is Sorry.
Down here in the bottom left, it is the player herO for CJ, their strongest Protoss.
I thought you were going to say the one and only, but
no.
In fact, there is another herO.
There is actually, yeah. I would have been wrong.
Yep, and look, you guys, if you came down to the studio today, you would have gotten some pizza.
Wouldn't it be great if our English producer got us some pizza, Valdez?
Wink, wink.
Just saying. Just saying. There'd be a lot of love coming from us.
Moonlade's fiending for the pizza.
I'm fiending, man.
Okay, so it seems like this guy came down to the studio today to watch, or for the casters specifically, the Korean casters, so pretty cool. Gave them all nicknames in Korean. It was cute.
One day we'll get those signs as well, Valdez.
I'm sure we will.
One day.
Someone's going to come down to Korea, like I was talking about.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a sign.
I came because Valdez told me to. I came at the right time. It's not too cold.
That would be awesome.
Looking at this match so far, Valdez, nothing too much has happened. It is still early days. We are seeing a very sort of standard sort of opening.
herO baring his teeth.
He's getting rabid. He's ready to go. And I wonder, is this going to be a Reaper opening from our Terran friend? Sorry.
Could be. It would be the most standard build, I guess you can say. Other options include, a bit of a later factory after expand or possibly a reactor coming out of the Terran, but would not be surprised, especially with that rally, to see a Reaper.
And there she be. There she be. And, yep, standard sort of wall from herO. We do see the Cybercore go down. It's going to help out into denying any sort of scouting coming from this Reaper. Such a neat little trick that we have seen Protosses use in recent times.
Sorry being very safe, sending even a SCV pretty early to go ahead and scout even before that Reaper comes in. Can also be used to block the Nexus from coming down, get you slightly ahead. And so far, there's some really nice micro out of Sorry.
I just thought of like the best song for Sorry to have. That shouldn't have happened.
Impressive.
That shouldn't have happened. He's gonna try once more. He can afford one hit, and he's gonna get out of there. Ooh. Oh, he's gonna keep. Wow.
Really cool out of Sorry.
This is really tilting for herO, man. And the Reaper is going to keep the Mothership Core in the main base. So even more HP under this engineering bay. And that's way too much for 3 probes to really deal with in any effective time.
Yep, Reaper going to get out as well.
Reaper could even start harassing these probes. Oh, doesn't want.
Oh!
Cannot get hit, and he doesn't.
This is some sick micro out of Sorry, I have to say.
Sorry has been a naughty boy, man. He is playing so sick already. Really cool moves from him. And that is one delayed Nexus. Guess what? The CC is just about to finish.
Yeah, man. Two players we'd love to talk about that went over at SK Telecom that are improving at a super rapid rate are both Dark and Dream. Both looking super, super strong these days. But looking at Sorry so far, he looked good in his first game. And I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I mean, he was looking good in his micro so far. But some really cool moves coming out so far from Sorry.
Yeah, he's looking fantastic. Yeah, definitely the best kind of start he could have asked for.
But now herO looking to put on some pressure of his own. And that he can do with the Motive Core and even just one Stalker against Stimless Marines.
He's going to try. He's going to be very careful, though. That is 5 Marines. He's going to have to get out.
Yeah, he'll be just fine. And Blink right on the way. Not too surprising coming from herO.
Oh, yeah. This is go-to build for herO.
The bread and butter, the milk and cookies.
The milk and cookies, the butter on the toast, man.
The lucky underpants.
No.
What?
No, Valdez. What? Lucky underpants?
I thought it made sense.
We're talking about
it's like his lucky build, you know, like
about
lucky underpants.
Food here, man.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know there was a particular distinction between the two. But here we go. Reaper gets up into the main, and it's going to see everything.
I guess you could eat your lucky pants.
Some people do that. Even getting a probe here is the Reaper, but it is going to go down.
Gets everything he needs to see. He knows it's a completely standard opening from herO. He's going, okay, you're going Blink. Let me just get a quick look. Did he see the Robo? Yep, he saw the Robo, so he's seen everything.
He saw everything.
He saw everything.
We do see a pylon. Oh, no. Okay. I thought there was a pylon going down here. Could be another pylon. And as we have seen sometimes, with that Twilight Council down, we could see a Dark Shrine hidden. That would be quite tricky from herO. Not sure if he wants to go for it, especially with that Robotics Bay coming down here quite soon as well for the follow-up.
Yeah, I don't know. He could add it maybe a little bit later. Go for a drop or something of the like. We do see usually herO will like to add in a Warp Prism at some point to add in that the potential for a counterattack if the Terran decides to move out in the map. One way to punish them and do a lot of damage with Zealots.
Yeah. He does put down the pylon and he moves his probe back home, so probably not going to be a building down there just yet. May just be an extra warping point.
Yeah,
for now. I mean, it's kind of a strange one.
Yeah, I mean,
it's all the way down there in the corner.
It also kind of, I guess, can spot drops. It can, and like, yeah, later in the game when there's a third base down for the Terran, it can apply some pressure with some Zell Warpins there. For herO, we are seeing the follow-up of 2 Forges, so this is exactly what we're talking about with herO. This is herO's style. This is what we see him do every single time on King Sejong Station. It's his most comfortable sort of way of playing PvT, just playing the defensive game on 2 base, going to a delayed third base, after he started his Colossi production as well as upgrades.
Scan gonna come down here as he knew that there was an observer because the Stalkers could see the Marine up there on the high ground. Stalkers just gonna check at that third base, make sure no super early CCs are coming down. And herO, he's gonna go for a third base here, it seems.
Yep.
And I don't know about this. What do you think about this, Moonglade? Because he went for Blink, and then he went for Colossi, and then he's getting the +1/+1 on the 2 Forges. And now he's going to go for a third base. Isn't this a bit much?
It's very greedy, but he can make it work so long as he has these Stalkers in place to kind of make sure he knows what's coming his way. And I mean, that Bioforce is not too much of a threat. It's a lot of Marines, which means the Colossi is going to do very well against it. And I feel like this third base is going to go out without much of a hitch. It really is in that sort of comfortable part of the game for herO. He's in complete control of the game. He knows what's going on. It's going to be up to Sorry to really start applying more pressure.
Yeah, the main problem with this as well is because Sorry doesn't know that third base is coming up. He may just assume that herO's playing safe, and that's one thing you can do, like you were saying, putting the Stalkers out on the map, forcing Sorry just back home to defend. It's going to take a while before he even sees this third base coming down. Of course, he's not going to assume it because it is quite greedy.
Yeah, it is very greedy, but this is herO, and he is known to kind of do this sort of style, going for fast Colossi upgrades, as well as that third base in a timely fashion. Marines are going out in the map looking for pylons to begin with, making sure no counterattacks can happen. And we still see Sorry on 2 bases, by the way. There's something to note. That 3rd base is finished for herO at this point, so Sorry is on a timer, and that timer is going to run out soon where he just simply will not have enough units to deal with what herO has. He has to make it happen now, or he will lose the game.
Yeah, 3rd base coming down now. Pretty interesting out of Sorry. He did actually get a pretty fast drilling clause for his Widow Mines. So far, I believe only 1 or 2 Widow Mines out just yet.
We got 3 currently.
Okay.
I mean, still, it's not much. Not much at all. And that is 2-2 on the way for herO. You see +1 for Sorry so far. Not going... Oh, he is going for armor now, but it's a long way off.
Yeah. So right now it's 1-1 for the Protoss and just 1 attack, +1 for Sorry, the Terran. And he has seen that 3rd base, right, with that Marine?
Yeah, he knows for sure it's there.
He must know.
He knows for sure. And he knows exactly where the army is too, because we just saw herO take down that Marine that was spotting.
And he also knows about that pylon in the bottom right, so he totally avoided it. And here we go. 3 Widow Mines going to come down here super fast. They have drilling claws, and here we go.
Oh, big hit already. He's going to try focus these down, but guess what? They do so much damage. That is 10 probes. And now the Bio's in position to snipe the 3rd base.
Oh, man, that is so much Bio as well. All those Colossi very out of position. We do see some Warpins here. Can they possibly stop him from focusing that down? No.
Not with this many Marauder. Is he going to pick up? He is going to pick up. Is he going to get out? He's going to get out.
Oh, man.
What
sick
moves?
Play out of Sorry.
Sorry. Playing damn well so far. And this might actually trigger a counterattack from herO.
He actually hasn't cleaned up these Widow Mines at the natural.
Oh, they're reloaded. Oh, 10 more. Oh.
Sorry,
sick.
man. Unbelievable play so far. Really cool build.
Is he going to try and cancel or just going to go for some more probes? He's going to go for more probes. herO's economy is in shambles right now.
Well, yeah, I don't know about this.
He was in pretty deep, and I guess there's not really much else to go. I think he's going to lose everything at this point. Granted, he's still up 20 supply, but I guess a lot of that is workers. And now herO, now that he's done enough damage, he is going to go for a big counterattack and try and end things.
And he may be able to. You know, the 2-2 is done. Whereas the Terran right now only on 1-1. So, really interesting idea with the drilling claws and the early pressure, but he has lost a lot of units.
That was a sick idea. It was a really cool move, and it did work. But he kind of got his army in such a bad place.
Yeah. Now we have charge completed and 4 Colossi. There are no Vikings on the map right now. He's making his first 2.
Yeah, this is going to be so difficult. There is enough force fields here to also make this really hard. And with 4 Colossus, he can kill any amount of SCVs that's going to try and buffer for this in seconds.
Let's see how Sorry decides to deal with it. A decent Widow Mine hit comes down, and the SCVs are pulled, but really nice time warp there behind the force fields. herO doing a really nice job with his army control so far, just keeping it back, not overreacting, not pushing too far, and just poking with the Colossi.
Yeah, and he's doing more and more damage. 27 SCVs have dropped so far. And what is Sorry going to do? He's going to have to make his move soon, or he's going to take too much damage. A massive blink forward from herO.
Yeah, that was a huge blink forward, actually. A lot of the Stalkers going down pretty fast. Not a huge number of Zealots. And here come the Widow Mines trying to get some decent hits. They do, but it's not going to be enough here, it looks like. So many heavily upgraded Protoss units are going to push through.
Just not enough. You know, it all came down to losing that army that he killed the 3rd base with. He just didn't find a way out. Kind of ran around for a little while, running in a circle, which gave Blink more than enough time to clean it up.
Yeah, I think Sorry just got a little bit too overexcited. You know, he did a lot of damage, and he was looking for more. But honestly, he could have just, you know, possibly sat back. He got 10 probes as well as a 3rd Nexus.
Yeah.
And he had his own 3rd TC. He could have just defended. He didn't need to go back in and do more damage.
We saw Innovation work with a lot less last game. He did just a little bit of damage, chips here and there, and it ended up being enough to take down the Protoss. So I think like if he would have been satisfied with those mine drops and just played a normal game from there, he would have got so far ahead.
Yeah, man. And now, herO still sieging at this natural. Barely even mining here is Sorry, even using one of his mules to scan the 3rd base of herO. And there is just nothing here to defend against this, man.
Yeah, nothing at all.
Yeah, going to be a bit of an anticlimactic ending here, but GG nonetheless. herO does get the win and ties things up 1-1.
Nice sort of counterattack from herO. He knew what he had to do, and he had such a window to do it in when we did see that mistake from Sorry, losing 4 medivacs full of units.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm actually really excited by that game for Sorry, especially because, like we said before, SK Telecom has, points to lose. They're in first place by far, and they're going to stay there even if CJ just took a 3-0 or something. So even Sorry coming out and showing that really nice play, he made a big mistake, of course, but he's going to fix that next time. He's going to go back and practice that. He's not going to do it again, and we could see, possibly another very strong Terran coming out of SK Telecom.
Yeah, definitely a lot of potential there. I'm very much liking what I see from Sorry, and I can't wait to see him, I guess, in the playoffs maybe, or at least next season.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing more games out of Sorry. Looking quite nice. That was a very cool build. I guess that's what he was practicing the entire night last night.
Yeah, I mean, it did work out for the most part. Just maneuvering after that was the problem.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, we got quite the match on our hands now. 1 apiece. Next match going to be Darks versus Biel, a 6 EVZ, and that's going to be on merry-go-round. So very action-packed.
Yeah, I'm actually enjoying ZVZ more and more, especially the more I cast it with you. I'm actually serious in that. I love casting ZVZs with you, man.
Thanks, man.
And
I bring out the true passion when I get to see
man.
Get to talk about
I know
judge.
You love that matchup.
Oh, man.
And especially with Dark coming out, this is kind of like my poster boy. I love this guy. He's going to come out and just wreck some face, I hope.
There's a lot of hype behind him.
Yeah.
A lot of hype.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But Biel, at the same time, another very, very strong Zerg recently picked up by